You know, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And 706-889-9700. That is our phone number, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Our email address there, and all the ways you can follow us on social media. I don't like to report stories, certain stories that I think are coming to the top of the news cycle or is making the news cycle to overshadow what's really going on out there. I can't stand that. Now, I'm reluctant, and I don't know why, because she gets, just to mention her name is millions of page views, thousands of clicks on something if you put her name out there. So, but I really never like to come and talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the show that often. She is the brainless House of Representative member, okay? But she compared the migrant caravan to Jews fleeing the Holocaust. In a tweet, she said, asking to be considered a refugee and applying for status isn't a crime. Well, along with her and the other dumbasses out there, we're not telling them they can't apply for this status. They have to go to the points of entry, the ports, points, whatever, of entry. We have places that you can legally come to on our border and claim asylum. You can do that, okay? Not just anywhere you want to run across the border. Now, the argument to get to run across the border anywhere, to me, if you show me that there's armies chasing you with guns and they're just plowing down women and children, and we can see the video of being attacked, these poor innocent people being attacked, and they just can't get to these ports of entry. They have to just come across the fastest, easiest way they can to try to save their life. Now you have something, okay? But asking to be considered a refugee and applying for status isn't a crime. We're not claiming it's a crime, okay, you dumbass. Excuse me. It wasn't for Jewish families fleeing Germany. Just the fact that this person will serve in Congress, fleeing Germany. It wasn't for targeted families fleeing Rwanda. It wasn't for communities fleeing war-torn Syria, and it isn't for those fleeing violence in Central America. NBC, here's the tweet. NBC News, a migrant family, part of the caravan of thousands traveling from Central America en route to the United States, runs away from tear gas in front of the U.S.-Mexico border in Tijuana, Mexico. Josh, can you give me, and this is the picture they use. This is the picture they use. Give me number 26. This is the one that MSNBC has tweeted out and trying to get to go viral. So anyhow, it's coming up on December 7th. And it seems like this, remember, it's just 2 weeks ago we had an election, and we have these people trying to run across our border. We have people claiming the president tried a stunt at the border, sending the military, that it was a political stunt. They went down there, they put rolls of barbed wire all over. They have built tent cities, put tent cities up. They were there in a backup role to the border security agents that were not able to get everything done to prepare for this massive attack on our southern border by these illegals, these crooks trying to cross the border. So it was called a political stunt. It was called everything. It was called used our military. Mattis said we don't do stunts. We got down there just in time. Now the military, a lot have been brought home, okay? And many are going to be going back and being redeployed. and there's going to be a different mission this time, and they will be allowed to engage if necessary. Why shouldn't they? It's our border. It's under attack. Okay? But guess what? Republicans had 2 years to fund this wall, and they did not. They should have, Republicans may have the House of Representatives, if they would have shut the government down as soon as the president got elected until funding was provided for the wall. No matter what deal they had to make with Democrats, whether you like me saying that or not. But no, they didn't. Republicans got $1 billion, and then they got, you know, another $800 million. Then they got another $1 billion here, and we're piecemealing it. President said, I want $33 billion. All right? Period. $33 billion, I think that's what he wanted. Well, he said Mexico would pay for it. He knows what he's doing. He is making the Mexican government pay for it right now as we speak, as soon as the new U.S. Mexico-Canada agreement is done and completed. They will be paying for it in a roundabout way. You watch and see. Trump's not done with they're paying for the wall. So, what is December 7th? What did I tell you last week? What do I tell you to keep up with? Shutdown. Government shutdown day. What side will you be on? The government shutdown side right before Christmas. Why those non-essential people will have to go home right before Christmas. Why, we're going to hurt all those people. December 7th, we run out of money again, and the game is being played again with our tax money once again for a spending bill again that we're waiting for a Paul Ryan again, which left Kevin McCarthy in charge after this, and Nancy Pelosi comes in with the gavel. Shut down over border, shut down over protecting Mueller. Now, how many Americans are wanting to shut this government down because the integrity of keeping Trump in check by Robert Mueller's investigation needs to go on? Why, we need protection. We need to make sure Whitaker doesn't come in and cut his budget. We need to make sure. Go to number 29. Yesterday, Dershowitz, acting AG, could hold up Mueller's report. He can hold it up. What's next in the Mueller investigation? This could be devastating to the president. Devastating. So what do you want? Democrats to shut the government down and hold you hostage over Robert Mueller in the Russian witch hunt? Or, take your choice, behind door number 2, Republicans and border wall that they've had like 2 years? Scratch your head on that one to get done? It's going to be a drama like you have not seen in a long time in the next couple days. Number 28, I said this earlier. I brought this up. This is what CNN is reporting. CNN is reporting online shopping, online holiday shopping. Thanksgiving was $3.7 billion. Black Friday, okay. Black Friday, $6.2 billion. Cyber Monday, $7.8 billion. Expected online sales. Cyber Monday expected to be largest in history. Okay, from CNN Business. Real quick note. All right, number 18. Again, I don't know a lot about this area: Ukraine, Russia, Crimea. Ukraine and Russia. Number 19, Ukraine accuses Russia of warmongering after Russia fires upon and seizes 3 Ukrainian vessels in the Black Sea. Let's go back to the map. What was the one right before that? 18. Let's just keep in mind, these are the serious things going on in the world. Not whether Bobby Boy Mueller has got an indictment for a Papadopoulos or a Roger Stone. It's not whether Robert Mueller has granted immunity to Cohen, Trump's attorney. This witch hunt has gone on long enough. This is one of the things that was laid. Remember, was it 2014? When was it exactly that Russia invaded Crimea and took Crimea away from Ukraine, right? Claiming that Crimea belonged to them. If you'll notice, that is the opening right there to the Black Sea, okay, from Russia. There's the opening to the Black Sea with Crimea there connected to Russia. This was laid on President Donald Trump's desk, folks. Right on his desk. That's right. Another one of Obama's, Steve Urkel moments. Did I do that? So Steve Urkel, as President of the United States, another one of his moves here, and you're sitting and wondering, how do they look at us over at the EU? How are our foreign allies taking Donald Trump? Donald Trump has laying on his desk this morning Ukraine, Crimea, and Russia, and the incident in the Black Sea. He's got to put up with a 9th district. He's got to put up with a 9th judicial district out there, liberal district, to where he can't keep our borders safe. He's got to put up with this. Wonder what Obama's thinking on that. Let's go to break. They're looking at John Kasich. Let me go to break because I want to do constitutional carry here in Georgia before we leave today. I'm determined to do that. But let me say this, okay? They're looking at John Kasich, and they're already breaking down how Trump cannot win re-election. Let me see where it's at here. They had it earlier. Go to number 24. Number 24, warning signs mount for Trump's re-election bid. Okay, warning signs. And then number 25, warning signs for Trump's re-election. Never over 50% approval in Gallup poll. Democrats gained in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Record turnout in 2018. These are all the warning signs that Trump will not get reelected. They're going to try to see if they can't convince the man he can't win. So he's going to Mississippi today. I'm your host, BKP. We'll come back. We'll talk about constitutional carry because it is election day. It is early election. Early voting starts today in Georgia for the runoff election between Brad Raffensperger, the Republican, and John Barrow, the Democrat. Take us a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about constitutional carry in the state of Georgia. How do you feel?